Substitution on the field. Number 7, Reds. Number 11, Mohamed Salah.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Gakpo.
France have fired themselves in front.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Number 22.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution in progress.
Frimpong. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward, just eases him off the ball. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Gravenberg. Liverpool still have the cards to affect this game. Early ball out from the back. Szoboszlai. Chiesa is having a shot! It's been shipped out wide.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
It's gone all the way through to the keeper. No, that was never going to make it. Pinches it off him. He is just caressing the ball. Can he finish? It's Dembele! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Lovely bit of skill. Zaire Emery. And it's played in. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Tchouaméni goes short. Has crossed in. Mbappe! No, not the best of headers. McAllister, Gravenberg, and it's Kerkez.
There will be 1 minute.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. No, again there's no way through. That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
And now I'd just like to read out our fan
Any
club
reflections
members
on
who
what you've seen,
celebrated their
Jim?
birthdays
I've been in this
today.
position myself, and this will be difficult to take. They did everything right but score, but at least I suppose they can reflect on a few positives from this one.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Just joining us, we are already underway. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. This looks promising. Ah, lovely. Oh, shooting chance! Pass somewhat off target. Thuram! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, and one more try!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
He's in space and looking for options. He's shifting through the gears here. That is great defending, so alert. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning, all those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on song.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Tchouaméni did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Oh, good take in a good area. That could spell trouble. Camavinga. Oh, it's Dembele. Aimed beyond the defence. Looking for options for movement. And he's gone backward here. Shot a goal! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rabiot. And here's Dembele. It's Dembele! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Opts to play it back. He's going for goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Tchouaméni picks it up from the goal kick. And he's there to retrieve it. Great chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's Hernandez. Can he get it through? Camavinga! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal! France! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Marcó en el minuto 29 el dorsal 9.
France are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Passing nice and neat. Just eases him off the ball. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. It is another opportunity from a set piece they have here. Pedro Porro making good progress on the right-hand side. Pedro Porro puts them all in. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Neatly clipped into space. Pedro Porro. Baena. Yamal. Spain are looking to break at pace.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And that's been won straight back. Pedri tries to pass it through. There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Rodri. Now it's Morata. Pedro Porro. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, that has not gone well. Grimaldo knocks it out wide. Baena and Grimaldo. Now it's Williams. That's an excellent interception. We are into stoppage time. The message is clear, none shall pass. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 17 será sustituido por
And we're off
el
again.
dorsal 21.
Spain really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter.
Has a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
France have their third corner. Oh, important interception. Rabiot! And now they can spring out of defence. Great ball if he can get there. Spain do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
He's a sharp little ball here. That looks a cracking ball. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now that looks a decent ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That is ended up in no man's land. And this is Dembele. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's on the finish! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Kubasi. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Good read, needed to be. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Spain are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Hernandez crosses. Nico Williams. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Camavinga simply refused to be outdone there. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Pedri goes steaming forward. Nice interception, well timed.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's Rodri, looking here to chip it through. Hernandez.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
So,
11.
time for changes
El
on
dorsal
both
19.
sides, actually.
El dorsal 20. El dorsal 7. Morata. El dorsal 2.
Oh no, what has
Serán
happened here?
sustituidos por
Oh, that's
El
fabulous.
dorsal 22. El dorsal 10.
Mbappe!
El dorsal 6.
It's not an especially good
El
pass,
dorsal
that.
26. El
Barcola.
dorsal 14. Cambio de jugadores.
Merino. Oscar Mingueza. And it's Marino. It's a promising position. He is through here. Not the most accurate pass. Looking tidy in position. Real chance! It has another go! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Well read, and the danger is averted. And a chance! Perfection from Perez! A finish of true class! They have stolen level at the last! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Ferran Torres providing an outlet on that flank. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now that's a lovely exchange. Shoots! It's hit the upright. So nearly the total turnaround. They simply ran out of time. It has ended all square. So it's ended all square. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Mbappe! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
He's had it taken off him. Nicely weighted ball. Caught offside that time. Quality ball. Strokes it back. Now he's got space here. Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
They get a throw in. Aimed beyond the defence. Tries to play it through. Yamal. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Pedro Porro. Now it's Pedri. Tchouaméni proves too strong. That pass isn't the best. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Spain yet to have an attempt on goal. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Yamal. Spain looking to pass their way through. Pedri. Konate cuts out the pass. Tchouaméni. Lenormand looking to penetrate opposition lines. Now it's Williams. Morata. Camavinga. Rabiot. He's a sharp little ball here. Well read, nice interception. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Rodri. Spain do have a chance to counter here. Koundé. He's gone forward. Oh, that's well spotted. Spain finding their passes. It's Morata! And another try! Goal! Spain! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Spain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Rabiot. Grimaldo.
Spain really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Now it's Yamal. Great defending, strong and determined. Camavinga. Probing pass. No, he's just misjudged that one. Rodri. Spain are looking to break at pace. Can he get it through? Yamal, he's found the way through. Oh, terrible pass. And the shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Morata could easily have kept that down. He shouldn't have brought the crossbar into play.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Spain are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. Now that's well seen too. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique, but he's very impressive with his decision-making too. And when you consider that his job is all about supply, it's all about end product, he's become actually quite good at that. His ball retention is quite strong. And when you've got that in a wide player, you're onto something.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Hernandez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Olise. Rabiot. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. And it's Camavinga. That is good strength. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
It's a promising position. Oh, he's been caught napping! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Pedri. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, it's Dembele. Pedri does really well to win the ball there. Rabiot. Camavinga. Now it's Thuram. And this is Dembele. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Konate, Camavinga. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And they're back on the ball again. Opts for safety. Saliba. Olise puts his foot on the gas. And Konate. Olise. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He is through here.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were...
And a chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Thuram actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Tchouaméni, who's short. Oh, that's neat. Now it's Tchouaméni. He is just caressing the ball. And here's Camavinga. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Marino. Grimaldo knocks it into space. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Spain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Lenormand. Not the most accurate pass. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Spain really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Hernandez. That's a nicely shaped ball. That's the keeper's ball. And that's put paid to a promising move. Pedro Porro. Foot in. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. And it's Grimaldo. Rodri. And it's Porro. Kubasi. And that's going right the way across. Now it's Williams. Grimaldo is wide and looking to get onto this. Great chance!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Spain are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, he's done very well to take that back. Played back. So we've reached the hour mark. Rodri. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, super ball! Now it's Thuram. That's good play. He's being urged to shoot. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
And it's made its way to him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Nico Williams. For Merino. Well, that pass isn't the best. That has been cut short. Grimaldo. Konate cuts out the pass. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Saliba. Can he get it through?
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's looking wide. Nico Williams. That is good alertness. Oh, it's Dembele. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Merino. And France can counter now.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
Oh, they could be caught out here.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 19, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 16, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 20. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10, el dorsal 22.
Looking for options for movement.
El dorsal 9, el dorsal 15.
And the flag has stayed
Cambio de
down.
jugadores.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like Land of the Giants in there.
Threads one in, and there's green grass ahead of him.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Ferran Torres.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Hernandez. And we're done. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it, and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
España.
Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé, when it comes to building from the back. I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes, where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great, varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now he's got space here. Nico Williams, he is onto this. Koundé. That's Rabiot. And here's Yamal. Tchouaméni. Rabiot. Oh, it's Dembele. Shifted it to the flank. Thuram gets into a good position. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Oh, well played, well played. Rodri. Now it's Morata. He's looking wide. Thuram going full steam ahead down the left flank. Yamal looking for options for movement. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Nicely weighted ball. Pedro Porro.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
The normal. Grimaldo is herring after that one. Yamal. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's Pedri. Thuram. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. And here's Yamal. Well, that's a good run down the left. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rabiot. Grimaldo promptly onto that, and that is that. Pedri. That is ended up in no man's land. That's an imaginative pass.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
He's in a good position. He's having a shot! Rodri. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Olise. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, super find. That's good play. Rabiot. Tchouaméni touches it back. Koundé. And here's Olise. Can he get on the end of this? He has a look up. Oh, that's fabulous. Delivered in. Pedri. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Oyarzabal. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Camavinga ploughing through the middle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Not the most accurate pass. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Nico Williams. Good purposeful running this. And that's a dangerous ball. Good read, needed to be. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. And he's managed to get free. Can he finish? Oh, it's come loose. And he's there to get it away. Now it's Oyarzabal. Now it's Morata. Now it's Williams.
That's good play from him.
Lovely feet. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Tchouaméni cuts it out. Thuram.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Porro. Pedri. And it's Rodri. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
The muscular approach does pay off here. France are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Spread out to the left, he's in a great position here. That's very neat. Looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. Big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Dembele is offering a wry smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That's the throw. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oyarzabal proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contacts.
Takes a shot! He has done it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Spain have taken the lead.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Now it's Olise. Aimed beyond the defence. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Engages and forces him off the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Pedro Porro. Now it's Yamal. Grimaldo. Good ball, good take. Oh, good take in a good area. He's on it. Yamal! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Pass somewhat off target. And that is as far as they're going to go. That's been cut out, well played. Koundé carries the ball down the right. Olise receives it in a wide position. Camavinga.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Back into the middle. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Nico Williams made a good run there. Now it's Williams. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Camavinga, and he welcomes it in. It's made its way to him. Lenormand is there, and he can get that clear. Yamal. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game.